fuel burning coal and petroleum. Presented with Daniela Duque Quiroz. Introduction. First of all, we're going to talk about fossil fuels. These were formed millions years ago from the remains and the plant animals. These fuels are dry, oil, coal, and natural gas. Fossil fuels are not renewable resources. They are not replaced with biological process that you put. These are Jerez conclusion that these fuels the human size the last four generations of people. Generates access use problem of sustainability are carry capacity. These are expected to resolve in the few years. Type fossil fuels. Petroleum is an oily composed the carbon and hydrogen the different proportion. It is found at depths that vary between 600 and 5,000 millions. This resource has been human science stand. The Egyptians used petroleum in record preservation and Romans and mummies. From likely the petroleum is very bad had and multiple and varied application. In addition to became to a fuel of the first order. It is also documental um, or materials in industry, sand fibers, artificial rubbers, plastic, soaps, asphalt printing, rubber forms and factories, or type. And for can be made oil, gasoline, and in market of product types, cover and most all fields of the industry. Coal is a mineral has been formed for plant remains of different origin depending of the geological time and with which the grain. The importance of coal is the light is heat capacity, which allows the W's has fuse and the possibility of tying raw the material in the for carbon industry. The first then in general using chips, tanks, and industrial machinery were more the energy supplies this material. Natural gas is made of metal and chain composed made up of carbon and hydrogen atoms. It's found underground, usually in the same fields where or stored. It is extracted from by and stored directly in large aluminum containers. It is distributed to use it through gas pipes. Description of the problem, environment in the impact of the fossil fuels. One of the main what that they produce that cannot be produced by humans. That natural attack millions of years for that it was properly resources. There are very little left at the time was used reformed humans will no longer exist. It is rather for a serious sustainability problem. Another big problem is environmental impact. The bit from is the uses. The uses composition rich at carbon and hydrogen, and it uses combustion or chemical reaction, oxygen in the air. Climate change. Greenhouse gas emission from the burning of fossil fuels and the main account for anthropological climate change and global warming. These emissions are generated both in production of fuels and the final use. Gas leaks and fires are two examples of processes that emit methane. Atmospheric pollution. Air pollution from the burning of fossil fuels is beginning around 4.5 million this annually and generates economic losses estimated at 2.93 US dollars. Air pollution is a threat for health and economic. Every year, the pollution generated by fossil fuels threatens millions of lives, increasing the risk of occurrence at death, lung cancer, and asthma. In addition, of costing is just millions of dollars. But it's a problem that can be solved and hoping to go sources renewable energy, putting an end to diesel and gasoline cars, promoting to block the public transportation. Among the types is that around 40,000 children die annually before reaching the age of 5 due to exposure to microparticles of fossil fuels. In addition, neutrons use combustion and power plants is leaking some 4 million new cars, childhood asthma, and SGR, approximately 16 million children affected. For example, oil spill on a certain point in 2010, the water or from the platform located in the water of the port and medical about 66 kilometers of the coast or Louisiana suffers an explosion that left in the loving water skid or cushion of control for 87 days become the part of environmental disaster in the United States history and the most serious accidental spill in the world. It took at most 3 months in Macondo well to be permanently silent or when more than 50,000 parents of rural of data flower out of control. And the time is in 795 million liters spilling into the sea. Consequence of the disaster. Animals killed in the 2010 of the spill. More than the 100 dolphins and whales. Billions of larvae the officials and invertebrates. 8.3 million the oysters. Until 170,000 sea turtles. Until 800,000 bears. 22% decline in birds population. Thawing of the poles due to global warming. The melting of the poles is accelerating. There is evidence that the temperature of the ocean has increased, which could be the original tower for the timing and the ice cap. The temperature of the Earth suffers is of a changing and effective warming. The year 2014 was the warmest, or more precise, 1818. How does this affect the fall of the planet? The melting situation of the glacier at that Antarctic is referred has been is a friend is reversible. However, let you not forget that the Tau Cellulus disturb the fauna and flora of the coastal and region and that completely change the lives of the polar zone. For example, the access of the fogs and the polar beings and ocean course altered, which can cause and the storm, for instance, climate phenomenon. Impacts on this situation have already been resolved. Whose has the big Antarctic Ocean, where bodies the warm what have been the core, which are to the rapid the rise or ice. Potential solution. The main solution is to continue in advancing in renewable energy and abandon fossil fuels like electric and natural gas cars. Encourage healthy transportation. Education families about the importance um, of the recycle and continue to implement the manufacturing of biodegradable packaging the industry. Optimistic natural resources as water. Opinion. I am truly convinced that human beings the request to sabotage their needs had put such a bad light of our lives and future generation. If we stop it along the way and scale ourselves, what planet we think at what planet are going to live begin? Action will be taken in time. Health care for the environment and all ecosystems. Conclusion. If we don't become aware of the evil we have done disaster that are happening due to our bad action, a thought of empathy with other begins. All future generations will have nowhere to live and we are nostalgic about many years because it is calculated that about 50 years in more action are not taken to care for the environment. It will not be possible to live on this wonderful planet. Thank you. Bye.